Hello.
Hello.
So we
totally think to stop.
We do this thing where I come up with a really good idea for him to do a live, and then
I think it missed that whole beginning fun part that we had.
no, I'm sure it didn't, because one time I did a live and I thought it wasn't live.
Anyway, you did come
And
up
it
with
was
this really great.
30 seconds of me staring at the screen.
Oh, that's amazing.
was-
Did you delete that?
No, I left it up. People need to know just how awkward I can be.
Yes, how techie you aren't.
Yes.
Yes, you come up with great ideas for lives.
Yeah.
Because she is a content strategy genius.
Oh, word. So let's talk about this though. Here's what we're discussing today. People think it's funny that we work together and do all the things together,
Have kids together.
but we don't always listen to each other.
That is very true.
So we made an agreement. Was it last week or week before?
Last week we decided that we're going to listen to each other in our zone of geniuses. Everywhere else, it's free reign. But our zone of geniuses become where we
Listen
are,
to each other.
like, where we're planting the flag and saying, like, if someone's not, we get to literally, like, pull out the conch shell, you know, and be like,
Lord of the
you must
Flies.
listen to me, or, like, we'll roast a pig. And
Yes.
so
So in this case, I had
she had to listen to me.
Yeah, which is because this is the first time he's ever been right. We really decided it was important to do a live about it.
Anyway, so you may or may not, because this is my live.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been running. Sasha has an amazing offer where it's called the 7-Figure Content Blueprint.
This is the backstory. It's not a pitch, just FYI.
But it could be a pitch.
Yeah.
So where she works with online entrepreneurs and coaches and helps them create this like amazing content strategy, all designed around lead gen.
So, I had my idea. Oh, this is your live. That's right. You're supposed to talk.
So, derailed.
So, but here's what happened. I had this whole idea. And so I wrote the copy for a sales page.
Her whole idea was build a funnel.
Yes.
Which is whose zone of genius?
His.
Okay.
But copy is mine, so it didn't occur to me to like hand it over to him. So I wrote all the copy. We hired the designer. They designed the funnel. And he's like, okay, so you have this opt-in now. What are you going to do? And really just to shut him up, I was like, okay, well, let's
We'll
just
run some ads. Which, by the way, she modeled everything off of a mentor who
doesn't run ads.
Well, not just doesn't run ads, is like firmly planted in I do it organically.
Right.
So we have this thing that's built around being organic.
Yes.
That we decide
to run ads
to run ads for. And
he let me do it. He set it all up. He ran the ads. And the thing is the ads are doing great.
Cranking.
Because that's his thing, right? So the ads are cranking. However, the calls that are generating for me are from organic. So the only calls that are, like, while the leads are cranking and they're coming through fantastically, none of them are converting to calls. The only calls are from, like, me connecting with people and giving out, in which case he then
I decided
said,
after looking at it for a few days going, what is this thing that we have? I love what you've put together. Sure, it takes them through this beautiful 3-day process, but by the time they get there,
people weren't watching through to the end.
You're just losing people. Mm-hmm. Probably like we might be losing you now. Wake up! So I fixed it.
Yeah.
Repackaged it up in a different way. We won't go into the details of exactly what I did, but essentially
was really major.
It was. I mean, well, it was taking the time to look, and that's the most important thing when you have a funnel and you're driving leads. Is you have to evaluate each process from when you run the ad, the copy, and the video or picture static image that you're running.
Yeah.
If those aren't getting you to people to visit your landing page. In your funnel, then you got to work on the front part. But if you get people to the landing page, but they're not giving you their information, then there's where the breakage is. So we were driving like hundreds of leads, crazy cheap, awesome, all wanting what she had to see what she was offering, but they weren't taking the step to book a call, to become a client, And so we realized that there was a breakage on what we were delivering and how we take them to the next step, which took a little bit of time to do, but then we just broke it down and put it back together, and now
the calls are actually booking via his ad. But that's the thing.
I'll be here all day.
But that's the thing that I didn't know is that a funnel that converts for warm traffic versus a funnel that converts for cold are two entirely different things. And I built this dream funnel for warm, which it's still going to convert for warm, but if you're going to run the ads, then maybe you should listen to, I would say your husband, but if your husband does not run ads, or your wife, then...
But if you do have a business where your husband supports you in it, then you should listen to him.
And,
only then.
And
so I can not get my ass kicked.
No other time. But it's also the reverse, because we realized that with his own program and all of that stuff,
the messaging was off.
Because when we ran ads, so that was the interesting thing. Initially, we ran ads for his program, but he had not listened to me. So he did not have clear messaging, clear content strategy, clear ICA. So he ran the ads, but it wasn't converting, which then is how we finally came to the agreement after working with each other for like 8 years. And
we're still married, about to have 4 kids. Apparently us working together for 8 years does good. Anyway, but so the message wasn't clear, and now we're clear on the messaging, and we're gonna, go after that. But
there's so many pieces that go to having an offer that actually converts via ads.
And it's really important to know, because people can say, hey, I can produce, like there are hundreds and thousands of people that are lead generation people. We can produce leads, we can run ads for you, we can do this. But the quality of the lead really makes a difference in how you're doing it and what you're driving them to. Because just because you get a lead and they want your free PDF or whatever it is, which, okay, great, you really want them to take those further steps. So you really need to make sure that all of that, and if you don't have somebody that knows all the pieces of the puzzle so that the lead generation is not just like effective, but yes, leak-proof and powerful, then you're throwing good money after bad. Like, you're wasting your time and energy.
Well, that was the interesting thing too, because in the case of my offer, we knew it was validated. We knew that it worked, that it would sell. It had already sold, so we have these pieces. But if you're running ads, then a regular ads manager, ads person could say, well, I'm driving the leads, so the rest is up to you, right? And that's kind of generally the issue with most ads teams, is that they're going to generate leads. If he were just, say I hired him to do my ads and he's generating leads, great. But then what? How do you troubleshoot the fact that none of your leads are booking to calls? And that was the whole funnel thing.
And that also comes down to content strategy and messaging too.
It's a whole
because
picture.
If you don't have the right messaging from top to bottom, then you're running into the issues with the leads. I'll pose a question to you. Would you rather have 100 leads at $1 or $2 a lead, or get 10 leads at $10, but they're higher quality and you know that they're going to convert better? So everybody's like, hey, I want the cheapest leads in town, which cheap leads are great as long as they're the right caliber, you take them through the right process and you're able to nurture them. But I'd rather pay more for a lead that's more highly qualified, that I know I have a better chance of getting on the phone or delivering to my client, who is going to convert into a client or a customer for them.
Yeah.
I have one client where the leads are more expensive than I would want to pay, sometimes anywhere from the $10 to $20 range, but when she closes those clients, it makes all the difference in the world, and she'll pay all day long for that because she knows the cost of the acquisition is well worth the value of the customer.
Yeah.
So that was our little interesting anecdote when it comes to someone jumping in and trying to think they know more than this person.
What?
But don't get me wrong, we'll probably be back the next time I'm like, hey, I wanted to write something.
The next time that he's correct is
coming
we'll
up,
do a live.
Coming up with a live video.
So it might be 3 to 4 years, but...
So if you have any questions or concerns with your content strategy, you should definitely post a comment or tag Sasha or message Sasha or just put a comment in and I'll do that. But if you want more leads, if you want to attract more of your ideal clients, then what you want to do is you want to drop a comment that says more leads, and I will connect with you personally and see how we can work this together.
Ask for a link.
Yes.
You can DM.
I will connect with you, Madeline. You all have an awesome day and stay
classy, San Diego. No?